Now that you know what you are supposed to be doing, I want to make sure that you know how to do it. As you can see, this is the home page for our website. This is your one-stop shop for all things Environmental Studies 201. This left course navigation menu is set up so that you can quickly get to where you need to go on this website, but you don't need to use it. In fact, if it visually clutters up your screen, you can toggle it off by clicking this icon at the left corner at the top up here. Okay, so here on the home page, you have a to-do list on the right side, which helps you to keep track of due dates. And above that, you can view the course stream to see all of the activity on the website, look at the calendar for the class, and see all of the notifications for the class. Under the banner and welcome statement, you have some navigation buttons. The start button here will always take you to the landing page for the current module we are covering in the class, and you can access the syllabus, calendar, announcements, grades, and resources through these buttons as well. The Meet the Instructor button takes you to a web page all about me, so you can make sure that I'm a trustworthy scientist and not some alien masquerading as a totally normal scientist. Okay, there are a few ways to interact with all the content on this website, and there's no right or wrong way. It's all about your preference and what works for you. If you like lists, then I suggest you use the to-do list or the modules page. If you prefer something a bit closer to the classroom experience, just hit the Start Here button and work through the material. Or if you're a visual person who also has a hard time with due dates, you might just always want to go to the calendar and just work off that. But let's take a closer look at these options. So first, lists and modules. And I want to start there because personally, I love lists. I have them all over my office. So if I were a student, I would hit this modules button and voila, a list of all the content and assignments in this class. You see all the modules that are available, and the ones on top are always going to be due first. In fact, if you always just start at the top of where you left off and work your way down, you'll never miss a thing. That's how this is all set up, like a master to-do list. Okay, so let's go back and see how to use the calendar as a tool, right? Now remember, you can access it either of these ways. Okay, here we go. Ah, there's your due dates. Just click on the next due assignment and you're golden. Now, for the option that most closely mimics a classroom experience, hit the Start Here button and work your way through. All right, perfect. Now you know how to access the content. So the next on this tutorial's agenda is to get you familiar with the content. So let's go ahead and hit the Start Here button. Okay, so for this first week only, you're going to start on the Welcome website. And since you had to see this before accessing this video, we're just going to move right along. Okay, then there's always going to be a module overview video with a list of materials, lessons, and activities for the module with some time estimates for each. Under that video, you will see links to all of the items covered in the video. And you can use this module landing page in the same way you use the modules page as a to-do list for the module. So I'm going to skip to a lesson and an assignment so that you're familiar with those before I show you the discussion boards, and then we can end the video. Okay, so I'm going to click this link to lesson 1 and it takes me to lesson 1's landing page. Now each lesson is going to have an intro statement describing the context of the lesson and what you need to do to complete the lesson. In this case, there's 2 videos, 2 activities, and some supplemental readings. Then you can see this cartoon of a very professional Adrian drawing your attention to the lesson's learning goals. I put those there so that you can make sure that the goals have been met before moving on. Then, if we scroll down, you will see the material for the lesson. I've broken this particular lesson into 2 sections. All lessons have sections so that you can learn at your own pace. And I've also found it's useful for note-taking. Now, most of the lessons will have an activity that's associated with it to help you practice the new material. And this is how all lessons are structured. Okay, so let's take a look at that study skills practice activity. Okay, every assignment will be set up similar to this one. There's going to be an intro paragraph, instructions, and a rubric so that you know exactly how you're going to be graded. I don't like mysteries when it comes to grades. Then the links to the handouts or any supplemental readings you need are going to be at the bottom. And when you're ready to submit, click the Submit Assignment button at the top and follow the prompts. Okay, so there are those links. Now, let me show you the discussion board. So we're going to go and click Discussions. There are two sections for discussions, graded discussions and ungraded discussions. Here at the top are ungraded assessment or assignments. The top 4 are for general stuff, and the ones below are for discussions around the content of the modules. The water cooler is for anything not related to the class that you want to talk about with other students, and I'll be posting stuff in there too. Think of it as like those first 5 minutes before class starts. Now, the Cyber Cafe is for you to ask each other questions about general course concepts, as well as seek support and interaction with your classmates. Now, I'm going to pop in to moderate this board, but I don't participate in it. Ask Adrian is like raising your hand in the class. This is where you can ask me anything related to the course's content. Now, the general class FAQ is where you tell me about problems with documents, links, websites, or ask questions about the class structure. Please do not email me with these questions. I will direct you to this discussion board. Okay, the rest of the boards are part of the module content and will be graded. Well, that's it. I hope this video has been useful to you in some way.